Good morning. You are live with Color Energy, and I am your host, Susanne Murphy. Now, today I thought I would talk about natural products. And the reason why I wanted to talk about natural products is, well, I started thinking about something that I had, actually, a girlfriend and I were in a conversation, and I said to her, I try to do everything chemical free. That's really important for me because I understand our immune system needs to work 24/7. And the more we congest it with toxicity, well, guess what? The more we can have actual problems. And in fact, a few years back, I was watching this television show, and I think the country was Scandinavia. And they were talking about how this family was tested for the amount of chemicals they had in their body. They each had over 200 chemicals. So the whole purpose of this show was they were going to go chemical free. So what they did is they got rid of all their cleaners in their home, any product that had any kind of toxins or chemicals in it, to actually show the world that we can get rid of these things in our life and actually go back to being less less filled with chemicals. And the reason why I thought this was important because they went from having over 200 chemicals to, well, actually, maybe what I should tell you is 50 years ago, they said the average person would have under 20 chemicals in their body. So here we fast forward to this family who had over 200 chemicals in their body. So they wanted to show the world what they were doing to go chemical free. So, in a way, I kind of want to do the same thing in today's talk. So, I want to share with you a little bit about my world. So, Color Energy, we have this beautiful line of unscented products. And there's even a story behind that because Color Energy, come on, we're all about color vibrational healing, not necessarily carrying natural products. But because we were working with teaching people how to color code essential oils or how we color coded essential oils, we were buying from this local aromatherapy company for many years. And it ended up that this owner of this company was retirement age, and so he wanted to sell his company. Well, we ended up buying it. So Color Energy took over Ashbury's aromatherapy. But in the process, we inherited not just aromatherapy, we actually inherited all these unscented products and carrier oils and other things that we weren't selling. So the purpose of all this is I wanted to share with you about our journey, how we got to sell unscented natural products. Now, we call our products clean, natural, and pure. And part of it is because we try to ensure that everything, all the ingredients that go in our products are of nature, not chemical. And so you don't see things like parabens on our products. Now, this is a shampoo I use every single day, and I've been using it for probably about 15 years now. And every time I go to the hairdresser, they're always commenting about how nice my hair is, that I don't have a lot of split ends, which makes you wonder if the product has chemicals in it, is it the chemicals that actually create the split ends? Does your hair not get nourished well enough? And this is a wonderful product that can be used by any age group, anybody who has sensitivities, and even babies. So this is how nice it is. Now, of course, to go with shampoo, you have to have conditioner, and a little dollop takes you a long way. Now, my hair is medium length, but honestly, I barely put anything in my palm, maybe the size of a little dime heaped up, and that's what I put in my hair. Now, it's not greasy, it's not heavy, it's light in texture, but very, very rich. And again, paraben free. Now, of course, when you're in the bathtub or in the shower, we have this wonderful body wash, likewise, chemical free. And what can I tell you? It lathers beautifully, it's rich and nice on the body. Now, this is a product I also want to talk about, bubble bath. Do you know that very few bubble baths that are out there are chemical free other than ours? And this is really important because and I talk about health in some of my other shows, but today I'm just going to give you a little bit of a synopsis of things that I've learned. So again, going back in history, the average placenta was at an alkaline level of between 7 and 8. Now the placenta has gone down in alkalinity to between 6.5 or around 6.5. That means it's more in an acidic condition. Babies are being now born with acid burns on their body, which of course we see it as a skin rash, but literally it's the acid in the placenta that's burning the baby. I know, a little freaky, and again, I don't want to get too much into the health, but to me this is really important because here we are using products that are chemical, and a lot of these chemicals react to our body and become acidic in nature. Do you really want to be bathing in products that could be tainting your skin, or your body's absorbing these chemicals on a negative way? Well, I don't. So again, I choose, if I'm going to have, for example, a glass of wine, I always try to buy wine that's, from the Alps, that don't have chemicals, no preservatives. But my point is, sometimes, we bring in chemicals through our environment, maybe through some of our food choices. Okay, sometimes I like potato chips, okay, or I like cake that's made from white flour. When I bake, though, of course, it's a little bit different. I use rice flour, kamut flour. I use other flours that are more whole grains. But again, back to the conversation here at hand. Bubble bath, paraben free, great for bathing, children if they want a bubble bath. And when you combine it with color bath, you get the bubbles and the color frequency. We also have an unscented lotion, and in our spa line, we have a luxurious lotion. Now, both are beautiful. This is for the body. The luxurious lotion is also for the body, but it can be used on the face. Now, you can use this on the face, but our luxurious lotion just has a few more things added to it that are a little bit richer. But this is a really nice lotion to have on the skin. So after you take your shower and your bath, then you have a nice lotion to apply. Now, this is our natural crystal deodorant. Now, going back 30 years ago, I used to buy the Crystal Rock, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Why did I hate it? Well, a couple times I dropped it, and it became very sharp. I had to run it under the water to actually get rid of some of that sharpness. And then putting it on your armpit was really awkward because sometimes, and I shouldn't say sometimes, but after that you were using the Crystal Rock, eventually it would start to, shrink. And so you're using this little rock to try to, put onto your armpit. Now, this is a natural deodorant. And guess what? All you do is a couple squirts under your armpit, and that's it. It covers, it covers you. And one of the things, because it is made out of a salt is a natural deodorizer. And a lot of people don't know this, but salt absorbs odors. So when you apply this to your armpit, literally what it's doing is it's absorbing any odors. Now, often I tell people when you switch from a toxic deodorant, and I also want to talk about some natural deodorants. Any deodorant that is made of powder can actually block your pores. Well, when it blocks your pores, how do the toxins be eliminated? They can't be. And so therefore the toxins can leach back into your breast tissue. Now, if we talk about things like breast cancer, it has been shown, and has shown this, but obviously there's been a lot of research in the industry, but it has been shown that when you shave your armpit, then you're removing the natural hair that is a stress barometer between you and the environment. So when you remove the hair, toxins can actually come into your body through your armpit. Also, when you use deodorant that is has a film, it's going to block the pores. Now, women also tend to wear bras, and that will cut off the circulation and cut off the lymph system from flowing. So when you use the natural deodorant, what happens is there can be a little bit of a toxic release. So I tell people, if you're going to switch, or when you switch on a Friday or a Saturday, so that way you have the weekend to sort of chelate any of the toxins that may have been sitting here. But we want to prevent, things that can be coming into our breast tissue or even into our body, obviously. And this is a product that's recommended by the Mayo Clinic. So again, they're recommending it for people who do have cancer or are cancer survivors. And it's something I've been recommending ever since I got my hands on it, which literally was the day that we bought Ashbury's Aromatherapy. I love it. And one of the things is because all of our unscented line is unscented, you can do different things. So for example, to boost your lymph system, add a couple drops of grapefruit or bergamot or rosemary to your natural deodorant. So you will enhance it with a little bit of a smell. But again, you're enhancing with essential oils that are known to help release toxins, that are known to support the lymph system. Isn't that great? So again, when you're using unscented natural products or Color Energy's unscented natural products, you can add essential oils to it and create whatever you want. So for example, maybe when you take a shower in the morning, you want to use the shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. You may add some frequencies that are uplifting, like red is stimulating and energizing. It'll help get your juices going. Orange energy is about your emotions, and it's also a playful energy. It helps you to be a little bit more social. So then you would add an orange oil like orange itself, or maybe neroli or melissa. And for red, we have here cinnamon, sandalwood, ylang ylang. Those are all energizing. And for yellow, grapefruit, rosemary, bergamot, those are detoxifying, but also they're mentally stimulating. So again, can you imagine adding a few drops of an essential oil to your daily regime of cleanliness, where your, shampoo and conditioner have these vibrant oils in it to help kickstart your day? Now, what about the end of the day? Well, then we use the other side of the spectral hue. So for example, at the end of the day, if you want to take a calming bubble bath, what you can do is you can add like geranium or peppermint, or what else do we have here for blue in nature? Chamomile. Oh, I can't believe I missed that one. Or think of your indigo oils, patchouli, frankincense, myrrh, or your violet oils, lavender. Lavender is one of the most calming and soothing oils that are out there. So you can see, you can adopt your daily skincare regime or your body care regime to whether you bathe in or shower in the morning, or bathe or shower at evening, or any time during the day. You can add these oils. And how do you do that? You can simply add several drops into the container. Just take off the lid, add several drops right in. Or what you can do is just put some drops in your hand. So, just add a couple drops into your hand. And then what you do is you just pour a little bit into your hand, and then you just mix the two together and then lather on your hair, or, again, depending on what you're using. Now, when it comes to the bubble bath, one of the things I like to share is my niece. Of course, she'd come over and play with Auntie Susie all day, and I'd have sleepovers with her. So one of the things I would do with my niece is I would end the day where she would take a nice calming bath. So I would do a blue bath, with some bubble bath, maybe some salts, and then add several drops of chamomile or oil to the bath, and just watch her relax. I mean, after all, Auntie Susie was winding her up all day, probably treating her to some ice cream and maybe some other things. So of course, I wanted to have my niece relax at the end of the day. So these are some of the things that you can do to, incorporate in your day. So this way you're working without enhancing or allowing your body to be polluted with all these toxins. So try to choose natural products like Color Energy's unscented body care line. Now, also, I want to share with you other things that I do during my day. Because I am natural, I use essential oils for everything. And in fact, my partner has a little bit of a sinus infection. So I was using our immune booster, putting it on his forehead to help alleviate. But because we're in cold and flu season, and again, you can add this to your bubble bath, you can add this to your shampoo, you can add this to your conditioner. And all you do is put a little bit around your nose and on your throat here, and even your thymus gland. Your thymus gland is your body's immune system. So what I do every day, I try to use natural products. So this way my body is as clean as possible. And again, I try to eat as much organic as possible. And we have to support our local farmers. Here's another little tip for you. Did you know that tea tree oil was found or discovered as an anti-venom to a poisonous snake in Australia? And I think this is rather fascinating. Sometimes nature's backyard, in our own backyard, is invaluable. And of course, using essential oils, you're using the plant essence of all these plants. And that's really important because you can obviously have herbal tea, which I have my cup of peppermint tea here with me this morning. But you can have a nice herbal tea and reap the benefits of, peppermint, for example, in a tea. Or you can use 1 or 2 drops of peppermint oil in your day. And in fact, another great tip, you can use peppermint oil as a breath mint rather than having a sweetened breath mint. And a lot of breath mints, they have this artificial sugars, or they have sugars that are white sugars that have been where the minerals have been taken out. So you always want to have natural sugars, things like coconut sugar or what's another natural sugar? I'm just trying, I think it is monk fruit. But rather than having a candy, 1 drop of peppermint in your mouth, and bam, you get that beautiful fresh peppermint taste in your mouth. And it helps to curb your appetite. Peppermint is actually really good as a weight loss oil. As well, you can use it if you're trying to stop an addiction of tobacco. You can use a drop of peppermint in your mouth, and again, it's not only great in your mouth as a nice alkalizing oil. However, it's also acting as a nice breath mint. So, anyways, I hope I shared with you a whole bunch of tips that will help you to be toxic free. And read the label, take a look at it, and anything that has paraben is a no-no. So avoid anything that's paraben in it, and try to use as much natural product, and try to eat as much organic. And anyways, stay tuned for more tips in my next segment.